Welcome to London for the final stages of the high-tech British Squash Open. The British Open has always been recognised as the most prestigious event in the world of squash. There was disappointment for Jahan Khan, 10 times holder of the title. He had to withdraw for the second successive year because of injury. And the retirement of Susan Devoy of New Zealand, after dominating the ladies' event with 8 titles in 9 years, signals the end of an era. Michelle Martin, having fairly strolled to the quarterfinals, must have been especially pleased with the ease in which she dispatched world number 8 Heather Wallace from Canada. Sue Wright of England dismissed her early round opponents to set up a quarterfinal clash with her great rival Cassie Jackman, the English number 1. 3 hard games later, Miss Wright, the 1991 beaten finalist, was through to another British Open semi-final against Michelle Martin. Martin took the first game 9-2, but quite a match was developing as we joined play in the second. The commentary comes from Lisa Opie and Tony Gubba.
It would be such a shame for Sue Wright, having fought back in this second game. Love 6 down, got it back to 6 all, but now the points have just slipped away again, and she's on the point of going 2 games down in this first semi-final against Michelle Martin.
Down.
Yeah, Michelle really should have had that game on that shot, but she made a bad error.
And Sue Wright needs all her tenacious fighting qualities. It will really bring this semi-final to life if she can take this second game.
Yes, let.
She gets the let. No protest from Michelle.
She needed at this time.
7-8.
Well, it was a change of direction,
yeah,
really. It took her
Michelle
completely by surprise.
Stroke to Miss Martin.
Stroke to Miss Martin.
Yeah, I think she caught Sue on the backswing there.
Game ball.
One point required then for Michelle Martin here, the world number 1, to go 2 games up in this first semi-final against Sue Wright, but she hasn't quite done it. The 22-year-old girl from Kent, still with a chance of making it level. Little clenched fist there from Sue Wright. It's another mistake from Michelle.
Yeah, she's looking a bit nervous at times, Michelle. I think she realises. Here we go. Michelle's there. Yeah, straight into the bottom of the tin.
Yes, let.
That was very lucky, I think. I'm not sure that was a let.
8 all.
She needs all the luck.
Yes.
Oh, what a great shot. Terrific.
9-8, game ball.
Well, you never ever write Sue Wright off. Even when she's lost the first game and is trailing love 6 in the second, as she was. She's kept it going.
Stroke to Miss Martin.
Stroke to Miss Martin, hand out 8-9.
Yeah, Sue was right in the way of Michelle's swing there. I think she thought Michelle was going to take the ball earlier, and she hesitated.
9-all, game ball.
This is very close.
No let.
No let.
Oh, that's
10-9.
unfortunate. The two got tangled up.
That's a shame, actually. That is unfortunate, Sue.
It's unfortunate when a game ends on a slightly controversial moment like that, and Sue Wright is very, very dejected, having done so much to pull herself back, and now has nothing to show for it. Now, game ball.
Quiet, please.
For Michelle Martin to win her place in the final. That was a wonderful shot.
Yeah, lovely backhand shot, very positive. Just as she's going down there, she comes out with a great shot like that.
7-8.
Yeah, Michelle drives hard. Sue brings out everything. That was do or die, that shot there.
She's running the rallies now.
Michelle did all the work in that rally. That's a fantastic shot. That's what the crowd like to see, someone who's fighting
8-all,
back.
set 2.
She's called set 2. She hasn't been daring enough to ask for set 1. I wouldn't do it either. It's unlucky.
Handout, 8-all.
But having called set 2, it's not a rally which will lead to a victory.
No let.
No let, 9-8, match ball.
But now maybe this one will. Match ball to Michelle Martin.
Yes let.
Yes let.
Sue was out the way there. That was a good decision.
9-8,
Though the crowd
match
thought
ball.
she was lucky.
Yes let.
Yes let, 9-8, match ball.
Clearly felt that she should have had stroke. Oh. Well,
10-8.
maybe there was an opportunity for stroke against her, but in the end, Michelle Martin played it anyway and has taken the semi-final in 3 games.
Michelle Martin took the match 9-2, 10-9, 10-8 to book her place in the final.
In the second game, I was, I think, 6-1 or 6-love up. And, I mean, there's still a fair way to go to the end of the game, but sometimes you lose track. And, I mean, it was going along pretty well at that time. And just a few unlucky shots. I mean, you go for them, and if they don't come off and then she hits a few up, then it's, you know, everybody's back in the game again, and that's what happened.
The second ladies' semi-final was also an Anglo-Australian affair. Australian Sarah Fitz-Gerald conceded only 9 points in reaching the last 8, and a match against Martine Lemoinen. At 1 game all and down 8-3, she won 16 of the next 17 points to book a semi-final spot. After an easy journey to the quarterfinals, Suzanne Horner of England was the star in the match of the championships when she beat the much-fancied Liz Irving of Australia in 4 exciting games. We joined the match with Fitz-Gerald 2 games to 1 ahead and holding serve at 5-2.
And out, 2-5.
So Sarah Fitz-Gerald giving Suzanne Horner another chance to try and dig herself out of this potentially losing position.
Down. 3-5. Down. 4-5.
Lucky for Sarah there.
Down.
Well, a few points can
5-all.
make a world of difference to the spirit. It's 5 each.
It's funny how Suzanne looks lively and fit again now. She's won a couple of points. Great left. Suzanne right out of position there.
And out, 5-all.
There we see it there. Suzanne's hit a nice length, but wasn't very tight, and Sarah just blocked her out. Great length.
Down.
That was a bad time for that.
6-5.
It's a sort of mistake which makes it so much harder for yourself.
Suzanne's lost her ankle grips again. It's better.
Yes, it was well judged. It was right on the wall.
Yeah, that was a tough rally. And
And
Suzanne
out,
puts a lovely
5-6.
drop in there, clinging to the wall.
Down.
Sarah feeling the pressure now.
6-all.
Feeling quite comfortable a few rallies ago, and now Suzanne's crept up on her. Lovely forehand drop shot there.
7-6.
Sarah hitting a short length. Suzanne punishing her with it with a great drop shot. Suzanne needs to win this game really to save the match. Sarah's 2-1 up, and let's go to a 5-setter if Suzanne wins this. Yeah. Suzanne needs to win this game because Sarah... There she is.
Left side.
Yeah, this is a very crucial game for Suzanne.
8-6.
That
Game
was,
ball.
that was a great shot. She's playing the big points well. Lovely forehand drop.
This is game ball.
Stroke to Mrs. Horner.
And takes it on his throat. So Fitz-Gerald looked up into the lights, but it wasn't a contentious decision. It was fairly straightforward. And Suzanne Horner has rediscovered something.
9-6.
2 games all.
Horner clawed her way back, and she went on to win the decider 9-4 to reach her second British Open final. She relished the prospect.
Obviously, Michelle's a very tough opponent, and she hasn't really been extended, so I think it'll be interesting to see how we go, because I've certainly had a lot of match practice.
Would that hard semi-final have taken its toll on Horner?
What a big occasion this is for Suzanne Horner, the 30-year-old Yorkshire housewife, ranked number 7 in the world, and as the 6th seed through here to the final of the high-tech British Open. She's meeting the world number 1, Michelle Martin of Australia. Michelle through to the final for the first time. And given stroke on the first point. 25 years of age, her best previous appearance, semi-final in 1990.
Love 1.
Which was the same year that Suzanne Horner went right through to the final, where she lost in 4 games to Susan de Boer of New Zealand. But maybe, Lisa Opens, there is a feeling that this is certainly a match that Suzanne Horner could win.
Yeah, I mean, Suzanne's had a great run through this tournament. Played some great squash yesterday and the day before in the quarterfinals, and she's got a chance to win this big match.
Love 1. Done. 1-all.
That's the first error by Michelle Martin there, a backhand drop into the 10.
Done. 2-1. Done. Hand out. 1-2.
Suzanne was perhaps just a little bit slow to get going in her semi-final against another Australian, Fitz-Gerald. That went to 5 games. Suzanne finally taking it in the 5th, but she's just a few points exchanged. She's made perhaps a more positive and confident start to the final.
Yeah, they're both girls hitting nice deep lengths to the back of the court and warming up the ball and themselves quite nicely here.
Done.
Both players probing and looking for an opening. It was the both that went down from Michelle.
Michelle's obviously going to be a bit tentative. It's her first British Open final, and Suzanne's been there before. Yeah, that was a great both from Michelle there.
Hand out.
It's the first game in the final, 1 point in it. Martin serving 6-5 ahead.
Yeah, she threw it up, Suzanne, to give herself time to recover, but it was immaculately played by Michelle.
Yeah, this was another good rally from Michelle. Lovely backhand drive, tight to the backhand wall, and Suzanne scampering there.
6-7.
This is a tight first game for both girls. Both playing some great squash.
Yes, she's got the score level, so Suzanne Horner, England's representative in this final.
Yeah, the crowd really appreciated this shot from Suzanne's backhand drop shot there. Michelle not quite reaching it.
So this first game is still anybody's, but Suzanne has now put that right out of the glass backcourt and into the auditorium here at the Wembley Conference Centre.
This is one of the best first games I've ever seen in the women's British Open final for many years.
And out. 7-all. Done. And out.
Mistake by Michelle Martin, and a few grunts of support to Suzanne, who has the ball. So precise.
Look at that, Suzanne stretching. It was a really great rally, and Michelle finishes it on a perfect forehand drop.
There was a chance for Suzanne a little earlier in that rally, but she didn't drive it deep enough.
8-7, game ball.
Yeah, Suzanne actually played the wrong shot at the wrong time there. She had Michelle on the run, and Michelle hit it straight into the nick.
Yes, led. Yes, led. 8-7, game ball.
So game ball to Michelle Martin, first of the 5.
Yes, led. Yes, led. 8-7, game ball.
Game ball.
Yes, led. Yes, led. 8-7, game ball.
Well, they've already had quite a lot of lets on this game ball.
Game 9-7, one game.
No lets. 9-7. Michelle Martin of Australia, the world #1, takes the first game. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, Michelle finishes on a lovely shot here. Suzanne asked for a let, but doesn't get it, and I think that was a good decision.
Martin took the second game 9-love, and it's now 7-4 in the third to the Australian and world #1.
Fortunate for Michelle. It was a good shot from Suzanne, and Michelle sort of clipped the sidewall and put it onto match ball.
It's match ball to Michelle Martin of Australia.
Yes, let.
Yes, there's a let, so it keeps it going a little bit longer.
8-4, match ball.
Still match ball for a victory in the final by 3 games to love. Oh, she's got it back.
That's a great rally, this is.
It's in the tin. There was some desperate defending from Suzanne Horner, but it's not over yet.
And out for 8. Match ball.
Once again, match ball to the 25-year-old Australian. Yes, that's it. In 3 games, Michelle Martin, the world #1, becomes the high-tech British Open champion, winning in her very first final. And to certainly hometown disappointment, rather overshadowing the challenge of Yorkshire's Suzanne Horner.
High-tech British Open Women's Champion for 1993. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Martin.
And now to the blue ribbon event of the championship, the men's competition. Brett Martin could not have had a harder first round. He finally managed to scrape through 9-6 in the 5th against Englishman Jason Nicole. Having survived, the Australian moved up a gear, finally winning his quarter-final against Rodney Isles, a fellow Australian. World #2, Chris Dittmar, brushed aside the early round opposition to set up a quarter-final meeting with the English #1, Peter Marshall. But Dittmar once again proved his superiority, winning 3-1. We join the Dittmar-Brett Martin match. In the second game, commentators Jonah Barrington and Tony Gubber.
7-1 ahead in the second game. Chris Dittmar, the 29-year-old Australian, world #2, and already 1 game to the good against fellow countryman Brett Martin. Dittmar, the left-hander, just acknowledging that that ball wasn't up. But he's whistling through it. Took the first game 9-4. And just needs a couple more points to lead by 2 games to love. Best of 5. Dittmar pushed it right to the back of the court, and Brett Martin just didn't run it down.
7-1.
And Dittmar the master again, because the little flick late, lovely depth.
Yeah. 8-1, game ball.
That's down on the top of the tin.
9-1.
So Brett Martin finds himself trailing by 2 games to love in this semi-final.
A loss of concentration by Dittmar in the third. Martin wins 9-1. But Chris has the serve as we join play in the fourth. Brett's 8-6 ahead.
Stroke.
Must be stroke, yes. It came right back at him off the wall. And
7-8.
yet another twist. 1 point for level.
Dittmar with a bit of adrenaline going now because he's come back from huge deficit.
Yes, let. Yes, let.
3-8 down and
7-8. On the left.
so close now.
Did he intend that? That was a little bit fortunate, I think, for Brett Martin. But it's given him the ball back, and it's given him game ball to make it level, 2 games all.
Hand out.
Again, he couldn't quite deliver.
7-8.
Chris Dittmar with the ball, 7-8 down in the fourth, ahead by 2 games to 1. But he's come back from the brink of defeat almost in this fourth game, trailed 3 points to 8. Brett Martin perhaps beginning to think about 2 games all in the 5th and final deciding game, but it's not there yet.
8 all.
Now,
it's been a bit of a mental shambles, Tony, hasn't it, in the last 3 or 4 minutes for him. He's gone for a lot of shots, made a lot of errors. Dittmar parring through here, cross-court backhand, beautiful shot.
so match ball to the left-handed Chris Dittmar, the world number 2, against the world number 4, Brett Martin. Now, who's going to be the first man to go for a winner?
Thank you.
Dittmar takes it 10-8 in the fourth, having won the first 9-4, the second 9-1, and he is through to the high-tech British Open final.
Defending champion and world number 1 Jansher dropped only 5 points in reaching the quarterfinal stage, including a total whitewash of the French number 1 Julien Bonnetat. Ex-world champion Ross Norman was unable to halt the Pakistan number 1's path into the semi-final. Qualifier Zarak Khan of Pakistan, though, produced the match of his career when he decisively beat world number 3 Rodney Martin in the first round. And he still had the strength to beat Simon Park of England in the quarterfinals. Jansher took control of his match against Zarak, winning the first 2 games 9-love, 9-2, and he's well on top as we join it in the third.
Zarak has really had to pay the price, though, for all the hard matches he's had in this tournament. And the hardest of all yesterday evening, going through until midnight against Simon Park, beating him in 5 in just under 2 hours.
Come back. Seven love.
So Jansher Khan, 2 games up in the semi-final against Zarak Khan, and now 7 love ahead in a match that he has totally dominated. Little signal to the referee that he maybe felt that ball was down.
Not the most charitable man, Tony.
Yes, lad. Next lad. 7 lad. He moved well away. I thought the pickup was okay. Yes, lad. Yes, lad. 7 lad.
Despite the scoreline, we've had some really long rallies in the match, and they really have taken toll of Zarak. And the last thing that he would have wanted was to play against somebody who can wage an attritional battle. And when Zarak has had the opportunities to put the ball away, he really hasn't been severe enough, which is understandable.
8 lad. Match ball.
So match ball to the defending champion. He made him run. He was at full tilt. He nearly went out through the glass at the back. But it's a second game that Jansher has won to love in the semi-final. 9 love the first, 9-2 the second, 9 love the third. And he moves effortlessly through to the final, where he will now meet Dittmar of Australia.
I feel pretty good, really. You have to feel good going into a British Open final. I don't think there's any sense running and hiding and panicking about it. So as far as today goes, I'm just really looking forward to it. And I guess I'm spending every minute of the day thinking about ways that in which I can win the match.
Yes, lad. Yes, lad. Five all.
What an excellent start to this men's final. 5 all in the first game. Jansher Khan against Chris Dittmar of Australia. That was a mistake. Came right back off the wall.
6-5.
But Chris Dittmar, Jonah, with every reason to feel very satisfied with the way this first game has gone.
Yes, it hasn't it's been demanding. It has to be demanding, but he's had a fair amount of control over what's taken place. We haven't had the sort of 3 or 4 minute rallies to him.
Yes, lad. Yes, lad. 6-5.
It's absolutely crucial for him to win this first game. I think it's been generally felt over the last 4 or 5 years that he's been the best first game player in the world game.
7-5.
It's just starting to move away from him.
Yes.
A lull of 5 games.
Yes, those 2 points could be so crucial. It's given Jansher a little bit of space. just went past him so quickly, he couldn't get across to it. And from, well, a very promising score in the middle.
Yeah, Chris Dittmar really guessing, and the width was terrific.
Yes, let. 8-5, game ball.
No let.
And for once, the
No let, and out.
decision is not against him, much to consternation.
You did have a line to the ball.
No let, and out. 5-8.
So, Chris Dittmar with the ball back, and a bit disgruntled.
Out, and out. 8-5, game ball.
Dittmar really trying to put a bit of pressure on here. Just can't afford to lose the first. If he does, he's got an Everest to climb on.
Down.
Oh, what a super rally.
Unbelievable work in the front of the ball, in and out, and then rushing by.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 5-8.
Stroke to Dittmar.
Stroke to Dittmar.
He squeezed that one really well because his shot was tight.
6-8.
Just couldn't get it off the wall.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 6-8.
What an important stage in this first game. Dittmar of Australia, 6-8 down with the ball against the world number 1 and the defending champion, Jansher. And really there's been nothing at all in this opening game. Oh, he's put it into the tin. Now,
And out.
can he
8-6.
take the point
Game
to
ball.
get the ball back? It's game point to Jansher.
Stroke to Khan.
Stroke to Khan.
He's so quick to step up and ask for the stroke in those positions. Dittmar hadn't quite got that far enough. And Jansher was impeded. Claire was in
First
front of
game
him.
for Jansher Khan,
And he
9-6.
takes the first game, 9-6.
I think it's probably well known throughout the squash world that Jansher's strength is his agility, his mobility, his fitness, his ability to absorb a lot of punishment. And what I mean by punishment is that you can run Jansher ragged, you can run him everywhere to all corners of the court, and he seems to bounce back and just absorb it and come back looking for more, whereas you know that when you're playing other players, you can run them all over the place, and at one point they're going to crack and they're going to be tired or whatever. So I'd have to say that that's probably the strongest part of his game.
Chris Dittmar with the ball, 5-all in the third. Jansher won the first two games 9-6, 9-5. Powerfully built Australian, the world number 2, has got to dig deep here. He's got to take this third game to keep the final alive. A match already in progress for 1 hour.
Dittmar must have felt before that rally that things were looking up for him a little bit. He's contended so well, but suddenly the deadly strike.
Dittmar's got to get into that front position now. He has. Now, how can he induce some thoughts, some moments of self-doubt in the defending champion? Do such thoughts exist?
Surprised at the challenge in this marvellous backhand volley.
6-5.
See it here as it comes, chops it open face racket right down. No way, Jansher.
We're certainly looking for it. Oh, that was wonderful. Sometimes you wonder if his arms are telescopic. He covers the court.
5-6.
How about this, though? You know, cross court very wide. Somehow gets there and does that.
Six all.
No matter how much effort Dittmar puts in, he can never quite get himself into a position of authority.
Yes, left. 6 all.
Much the heavier of the two players, although they're both the same height, carrying a couple of stone more than the ever so slim Pakistani. And in a game now moving into its second hour, that must surely be a disadvantage to the Australian.
Balls down and
Yes, that weight is going to cause increasing problems, but he's doing very well here. We're getting some unusual mistakes from Jansher, who seems maybe that little bit eager to go for home. He's almost won the title. We've seen it in the past.
Stroke to Dittmar.
Stroke to Dittmar.
Very, very uncharacteristic mistake from the defending champion.
7-6.
Came right out of the net, right back at him.
Confident, and my goodness me, was. The crowd really loving this one.
8-6.
I1 brought down, perfection close to the wall.
Right, please.
Maybe just a little less efficient from Jahan, but in this situation forced on him by Dittmar, who does take that third game. Now, was it a false dawn for Chris Dittmar when he took that third game? Or will that really have given him the platform now on which to take the game to the defending champion and begin to instill doubts in the mind of the 23-year-old world number one. It would be an absolutely sensational result if Dittmar were to beat Jansher.
2-love.
And we've got Jansher making errors at the beginning of the fourth game, so it looks as though there is a certain doubt in his mind. I would have thought that he would have wanted to really rally and to get the Australian involved in a longer game, but he has now got the service back.
Down. 1-2.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. From the right, 1-2.
And I think, Tony, that you've sensed quite a bit of inspiration in the last phase of that third game from Chris Dittmar. He ran very hot there for that period, and if he should maintain that mood at the beginning of the fourth game, then I think we've got quite an amazing confrontation on our hands.
Two all.
I'm sure the Pakistani advisory service will have exhorted Jansher to get back to hitting some length, deep balls to the back of the court. And then to polish the ball off short in this way. Here it is, the cut-off, Dittmar behind.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad.
We got through.
He got through. No, lad.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. From the right, 3-2.
Dittmar just querying because the referee suggested that Jansher had got through, and strictly in the rules, if he gets through, he should have played the ball.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 3-2.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 3-2.
The typical fast strike from Jansher, senses the ball coming across, whiplash forehand.
Stroke to Dittmar.
Stroke to Dittmar. And out, 2-4. Quiet, please.
Tried to cut it back, and it was needed such a delicate touch, and
out,
wasn't
4-2.
quite there.
5-2.
Jansher now looking authoritative again. The backhand volley too good.
Stroke to calm. Stroke to calm.
Well,
6-2.
6-2 the score to Jansher, but Dittmar might take consolation for the fact that he did trail by 4 points at one stage in the third game.
7-2.
Suddenly his game has become error-ridden.
It's now becoming pretty desperate for him.
Yes, led. 7-2.
Pakistani's early errors now. Dittmar really under pressure.
Yes, led. 7-2.
And this is an absolutely crucial point, because if he were to lose this, Dittmar, and
On the right.
Jansher were to find himself with match ball every time he got it back, there wouldn't be any margin for the Australian to make any mistake at all.
7-2.
He's still trying, Tony, to galvanise himself and be positive about it all. Just so desperately needs to get the service back. He's trying to step it up again.
Yes, led. From the right. 7-2.
He didn't get it. It was again almost as
8-2. Match ball.
tight as wallpaper to the backhand wall.
5 base.
And it's match ball for the championship. And that first prize of £10,200. Put it into the tin from what looked as if it might have been a championship winning position.
And
But has that really delayed the inevitable? Exactly what he didn't want to happen has happened. He's got the ball back, but now he just, every time he loses it again, he's on the point of defeat.
And he went for it, of course he has to.
And that
Dangerous, risky.
Match ball.
So 1 point required for Jansher of Pakistan, the defending champion, to be British Open Squash champion for the second successive year.
Yes, led. 8-2. Match ball.
.75 minutes. The final has been in progress. Yes, he got past him. Jansher takes the fourth game and becomes ITEC British Open Squash champion for a second successive year. Dittmar takes consolation in defeat from the fact that he did take one game off this brilliant young player, who now, more than any other time perhaps, is taking on the mantle of world number 1.
9-6, 9-5, 6-9, 9-2.
Jansher, congratulations. Could you tell us how much satisfaction it gives you to come here and be the British Open champion again?
Well, I think the British Open is the major tournament in the world, and is very important for me winning, because Pakistan win this tournament for last 11 and 12 years, you know. And for this event, I do probably 3-week training in Pakistan, and I think it's not easy win the British Open, you know. Everybody do hard work for the British Open, and everybody trying win the British Open because it's a major tournament in the world. And really, with this tournament, I do hard work, and I win it, and I've done it, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the high-tech British Open men's champion 1993, Jansher.